Hello, good morning, everyone. Yes, you can reply by opening your mic, or you can reply over here in the chat box as well. Yes, just let me know. Can you hear me? All right. All right. Good. So let me connect my iPad with it. Yes. Right. So the students, audit and assurance, this subject. I know you people have not received notes yet. The reason is I will be explaining in a few minutes why you have not received yet. Actually, there is a big update which I am working now. Actually, ACCA has released that on 5th of July. Means just 2 days back. I'm working on that. I have updated 2 chapters, but I thought that no, I will work on volume 1. So big, at least 5-7 chapters I will work on, and then I will give you in that volume, big volume. Okay, right? Now, so audit and assurance, the subject. Students, this is the subject basically which requires application of knowledge. Application of knowledge. So basically, these 3 words tell everything about the subject. So application and knowledge. So first of all, knowledge. You must have the knowledge of what audit process is. You must have good knowledge of that. And then conceptual knowledge. And then you must be able to apply that to the scenarios, real life. It's not just memorization of the topics. No. You must learn how to apply that knowledge to the different scenarios. And then first you learn that, and then you must be able to draft answers as per examiner guidelines. So basically, these 2 steps are there. We will learn what the knowledge. We'll start from here. Then application of knowledge. Then drafting the answer. So audit and assurance basically utilizes some knowledge from your previous syllabus, financial accounting, which is F3. And if you have forgotten that, no worries. That not that much reliant on that. We will be discussing some relevant concept again from scratch in audit and assurance paper. Now, The next point is, students, this financial account, audit and assurance paper, we can say that this subject has the syllabus. We can categorize into two parts. One is audit cycle or audit process, and other areas. What audit process or audit cycle? There are the steps involved in performance of audits, from acceptance of audit audit planning, then controls testing, then there are the audit evidence, substantive tests, then there is review and report stage. This is what audit cycle or audit process is, right? Now, and then there is other areas. Other areas include the concept of assurance. Then there is corporate governance. Then there is internal audit, right? Then there is codes of ethics. Yes, and one topic, that is audit of non-profit organizations. So this is the whole syllabus of audits and assurance, the whole syllabus. Now, if I talk about the weightage in exam, so this section has in exam normally weightage of 75% to 80%. Normally means tested in every exam, and it is around 20 to 25% maximum. Yes, this is your syllabus of audit and assurance, and then we proceed. Come here. Why students fail? These are your words of your examiner. So they just memorize, or they don't focus the why, conceptual knowledge, and they do not write. And now this is about drafting answer. You see, two sections I told you. I told you two sections are there. Two steps are there: conceptual knowledge and exam skills. So we will be talking about the both now. So students, exam format, you know well. So section A has 30 marks, 70 marks. Section B, OTQs, objective test questions, and they are the scenario-based case studies. Now, so students, how we will be studying and what will be the resources which I'll be providing you people. First of all, I will be providing my own course notes, my own. And you will be preparing first these notes. You will be preparing these notes first. And then we will be doing, of course, practice questions. What is the source? I will be telling you in a few minutes. Practice questions are of two types: objective test questions and scenario-based. Section B type question, constructive response, which are called constructive response. Constructive response questions. Now, students, I told you I'll be providing my own notes, which I'm updating based on the new update. Now, so the point is, how many of you know that ACCA has introduced their own study material? How many of you know? Tell me in the chat box. How many of you know that the ACCA has introduced, means that their own study material? How many of you know that? No one knows. Really? Really? Now, okay. Okay. Response, yes or no? Yeah, of course, Study Hub. That's the Study Hub. How many of you know about Study Hub? Okay. So, one person knows about Study Hub. Great. So, students, I will be showing you and I'll be taking towards that. So, just see here. This is my ACC. This is a student login, right? So I will be just linking that how we will be studying. I'm explaining that right now. Then I will start my lecture explaining the topics. Your login, on login, it is a login of a student, one of my students. By chance, his name is also Hamzah. Okay, by chance. Okay, now come here, Study Hub. Now, so this is the material. This is the study material. So your paper is right now Audit and Assurance. Here, Audit and Assurance, this one. Now, in my opinion, there is no need to buy any study text now. No need to buy any study text. My notes, you will be preparing first my notes, the way I will be teaching from, because that will be summary, easy things I will be giving in my notes. Then I'll be referring some of the chapter from this examiner, you see here. For example, this chapter number 1, assurance engagements. So I will be explaining from my notes. Then I may say, just now you refer all these. You see here, explanation. From here, you'll be following that, reading that. From here as well. Okay. So, and there are the quizzes as well. Chapter-wise quizzes. There are the practice questions as well, and I'll be utilizing all this practice material. If you want to buy any exam kit, choice is yours. By the way, after ACCA has given this material, you need not to buy any study material, any You know how many questions there are? 239 questions. Such a huge question bank, right? Of every type. It is such a wonderful resource. ACCA has done this favor to the students, I must say. Now, so I'll be utilizing all this data along with my notes. So actually, I am now trying to align my notes as per this sequence, what they have done. Okay, I'm trying to work on that. Update my notes as per that. Now, so students, and we will be doing a lot of practice questions. There will be assignments, regular assignment, especially for constructive response question. I'll be giving the assignment in one class and will be marking in another class. I'll be doing like this. Now, anyone, any question before I proceed? Anyone, any question? Otherwise ask me, proceed, please. Yes, anyone, any question? No need to practice any BPP Kepler. If you do this resource, which is given here, that is more than enough. Okay? That's more than enough. If you, yes. Next. So students, here is my tentative course plan. Course plan, did you find course plan on the did you find course plan on the website? This one? Did you find that? Was that available? This course plan? Okay, now, so students, okay, actually this course plan, I will be linking all this. This is the way I will proceed through the through your syllabus. Today's target is I will try my best, although I will try my best to cover these two sections along with practice. I'm a bit doubtful that we can complete the second chapter or not. Okay, because my pace will be a bit slow today, because the next week there is exam result, 2 weeks after, yes, on the 16th. And students normally they are waiting for the results to join. So just 2 classes, I will be a bit, pace will be a bit right, slow. Now, so this is the whole plan in front of you. Now I have, you see here, given this blank class. Class will be held. The reason the question has been given because sometimes some areas take more time to cover, more practice. So I have added this, especially this as well. So this for the practice and the cushion as for the cushion. Now there is one class which is, just a minute, please. Just 1 second, please. Just 1 minute. I think there is some dates. There is error in the dates, actually. Just a minute, please. I feel like. Just 1 second, please. Yes. There is some issue of dates. Some dates have been, I think, typing is issue. Yes, 30th. After 30th, there should be, here is some issue. Anyways, I will fix it and I will send you again. Okay. Now, so this is the whole plan. Actually, there are two classes here, which are weekdays classes. That will be on Wednesday evening. Additional classes. So actually, the date has been missed. So students, this plan is basically a tentative plan. Means my plan, which may be a bit changed depending upon the circumstances, which a very small variation is possible there. Now, so let us start with the first chapter. This is my notes, which I told you I am working on, updating the notes. I will be sharing it with you. These two chapters I can share with you, but don't print it. Let me share this document with you, the notes documents. Yes. Let me share this notes document with you. Can you see my screen, students, or it is black? Tell me, please. I think it is some. Just a minute, please. Let me fix it. Actually, it has just got stuck, freeze. Yes, just a minute, please. Now I think okay. Great. So I'm sharing a 2-chapter document here in the chat box. You can download it and but do not print it. It's coming. So students, first of all, there is a concept of agency relationship. What is agency relationship? What agency relationship is? Agency relationship is a relationship where one party acts on the behalf of another party. One party acts on behalf of another party. The party which is acting, that is called agent. The other party on whose behalf it is acting, dealing with the third parties, that party is called principal. For example, I say one of you that, for example, Ashna is here. I ask Ashna, can you buy this product from Mr. X for me? So Ashna is agent buying on my behalf. I am principal. And the relationship between me and Ashna is agency relationship. Right? That is called agency relationship. Now, students, there is fiduciary responsibility of agent. What is fiduciary responsibility? Fiduciary responsibility means that duty to, number one, act in good faith and best interest of principal. That if Ashna is buying something on my behalf, so in that transaction, she should regard and take care of my interest. Right? And the second thing, that duty to disclose all relevant information to principal. So whatever she is dealing with the third party, Mr. X, whatever terms and conditions, whatever she is deciding with them, she must disclose everything to me. This is called fiduciary responsibility. So all agents who are working as agent of any party, it is their responsibility to do so. Right? Fiduciary responsibility. So agent have a fiduciary responsibility towards principal. Now, here arises agency problem. What is agency problem? The problem is that agent may not fulfill fiduciary responsibility. This is a risk. Agent may hide things from me, my agent. Agent may not disclose information to me. Agent may be earning its own money or her own money, buying a product at a higher price on my behalf for me, and acting with neglect, not acting with care. Do you care? Now, so this might be a problem. This is called agency problem. That I ask agent to buy a product, agent goes and buys for $100 and takes commission from the seller. They give me a bill of $100. I will give bill to Mr. Hamzah and take $100, but you will give me $10 commission in between. Acting in their own best interest, not in the interest of the principal. Possibility is there. So, directors of the company, now I'm going to link with the direct company. Directors are agent of shareholders. Directors are running the company on behalf of shareholders. They are agent of shareholders. Right? They're agent. Money and the business is owned by a shareholder. But who is running the business? Directors. So directors have fiduciary responsibility. That when they are in position, when they are running the company, they should not be deriving, they should not be after their personal benefits. Rather, they should run the company in the best interest of shareholders. right? And the director should disclose whatever, all the information to the shareholders in the annual general meeting. Annual journal meeting, in financial statements, annual report, all necessary information director should disclose it there. Now, so agency problem. Now, problem is that directors may be making money for themselves. Directors may not be disclosing information properly in financial statements. When director prepare financial statements, annual report, they may not be giving the true picture of the company. They may not be disclosing affairs of the company correctly over there. Possibility is there. Yes. And this is the agency problem. Here comes the need of audit. Here comes that there must be some independent finance professional who examine financial statements, whether they have been prepared correctly by directors. Correctly. In other words, they have to examine, if I write in other words, they have to examine whether financial statements prepared by directors are credible. We can trust that because directors may be biased. They may not be giving the correct information over there. They may not be presenting information properly over there. Possibility is there. Possibility is there. Now, so financial statements prepared by directors are credible. They have to check, examine, and then that professional should report on credibility, truth and fairness of financial statements to shareholders. Auditor will check financial statements, whether financial statements are correctly prepared, properly prepared, and then report their finding to the shareholders. So this is basically, students, why? Is it clear so far? Is it clear so far? Any confusion? Is it clear so far? Okay, tell me, okay, listen one thing. Sometime I am writing here and I am moving, the next. If you have not noted down anything, you have missed anything, I would urge, please open your mic and talk to me and ask me to go back to the previous, the view, or you can text me in the chat box. Okay, so don't hesitate. Remember, virtual classroom has a wonderful feature that each student is sitting at the same distance. Okay, each student is sitting at the same distance. In the physical class, some students are at the end of the desk, last desk, and they may think that my voice may not reach to the tutor, but here it reaches. Okay, now, next. Let us proceed further. The next point is, so student, we have understood that why audit of financial statement is required. First of all, what audit is? We have understood that it is an independent examination of financial statements and then report on credibility of financials. Two things. What audit is? Audit is independent examination of financial statement, and as a result of that, there is a report on credibility of financial statements. There is a report by that professional. Now, next. So when audit of financial statement is required, why? So we have understood because there are so many stakeholders of company. They rely auditor. They rely audit report. And make the decisions. They rely audit report and make their decisions. For example, shareholders, they decide whether to invest in this company or not. Banks decide whether to give loan to this company or not. Employees decide whether I should start looking for another job or not. This company will survive or not. Government decides whether this company is doing legal activities, and that for the taxation purposes, financial statements are checked. Audit report is on financial statements. Now, so students, next point. The next point is stewardship relationship. Another term it is, basically concept is not new. Stewardship relationship is a relationship where one party deals with the assets of another party. One party deals with the assets of another party. This is called stewardship relationship. Now, so students, next. So directors are taking care of properties of the shareholders, right? And they have to account for that. They have to safeguard that property, those assets. And because at the year end, they have to give report to the shareholders. Now, so directors are stewards of shareholders' assets. Yes. Now, next, let us proceed further. Students, the next concept is assurance engagement. Assurance services or assurance engagement. Yes. So what is assurance? Let us understand the meaning of this word, dictionary meaning. What is dictionary meaning? That I provide assurance to you that this person, you can rely this person is credible. So assurance that I am trying to boost your confidence about anything. For example, you ask me, Mr. Hamzah, you are using iPad for online classes. Tell me how good it is. Now I have used this. I say, wonderful, you can buy it. It have this and features. So what happened to you? My opinion boosted your confidence. And it will help you to make decision. It happens in daily life. For example, let me tell you, some of you may have asked your colleagues or your seniors or your family, some cousins, etc., family members, that how is audit and assurance with Mr. Hamzah classes? They got feedback from them. You got feedback from them, your colleagues. So this is assurance. Your confidence boosted. It helped you to make a decision. It helped you to make a decision. So assurance is basically independent professional service. It is independent professional service, right? Which actually boosts, my spelling may be mistake, please pardon me for that. Boosts confidence of user and helps to make a decision. Yes. So, students, assurances. There are so many assurance services. I have given you some example to you, daily life. So students, audit is one of assurance engagement. Audit of financial statements. car inspection by an expert is an assurance engagement. You pay the expert, check this car, I want to buy this. They check it, they charge fee. Now you can rely their report and decide whether to buy the car or not. Example. Right? Now, so students, then is review engagements. I will explain what they are. They are assurance engagement. I will explain shortly. These are examples. Examples. In our syllabus, what is examinable in F8? Oh, sorry, audit and assurance. This is examinable. Right. Now, next. So students, the topic is elements of assurance engagement. Next one. Elements, components. There are 5 components, 5 elements of assurance engagement. It is a 3-party relationship. 3-party relationship. There is a practitioner, there is a responsible party, there is an intended user. There is an intended user. 3-party relationship. I will explain one by one, don't you worry. Now I will link it. Then there is a subject matter. Then there is criteria. Then there is evidence. And the final is report. Rest. C-R-E-S-T. Crest. Crest. To memorize this mnemonic. Now I'll be explaining all these points. So let us link with the concept of car. For example, Mr. A, he is the seller of car of Toyota Axio, a car. There is a car, Toyota Axio. Mr. B is potential buyer. He has to buy. He does not, Mr. A is saying it is a good condition, non-accidented, wonderful, I have used it, you can buy it. No, Mr. B does not know the technicality. So Mr. A is seller, responsible party. Mr. B has to use it. Mr. B. Subject matter, car in this case. Mr. B goes to Toyota shore. There is Toyota services by Toyota. I don't know in your country it is there or not. In my country, Toyota offer this service officially. You take a car to Toyota, get that checked with them. Their expert check the car, give you detailed report about its condition. Mechanical, physical, means overall. So Toyota Assure is a practitioner, experts, independent, specialized knowledge. And then what they do, they have their criteria of standard car. They have the criteria that this is that standardized car in good condition. They compare this car. They have criteria is there. They check this car, perform work. Who performs? Practitioner performs the work. Performs work on subject matter and obtain evidence. And after that, they report to, practitioner reports to, about the car to Mr. B. Now, after this report, Mr. B is in a condition, in a situation to decide whether to buy that car or not. So it is helping in decision making. So it is helping in decision making. Now, I hope it is good. Now I am going to link it with the how. Now, one service, it is assurance. Audit is also assurance engagement. So I will erase it to be able to link it with audit. So audit, just see here. Auditor is practitioner, specialized knowledge. Directors are responsible party who has to provide financial statements, data. You know that who and shareholders normally they are intended users. So auditor will check this data against whether it is complete, reliable financial statements, right? Understandable, prepared as per laws and regulations. Auditor checks that. Perform work, obtain evidence. Plan and perform work, obtain evidence. Whether financial statements have been correctly drawn as per that criteria. And then gives a report to shareholders. These are 5 elements of assurance engagement. Now, any confusion, feel free to ask. Anyone, any confusion? Okay, tell me one thing. Our class is duration is 2.5 hours. Do you need a break in between on a regular basis? Tell me frankly. Or I can continue and whenever needed, I can take a break. Tell me, do you need a break in between? Tell me frankly. Yes or no? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for responding. Now, so I'll proceed further. Types of assurances. Assurance engagements. Now listen. I normally give this example whenever I teach because it is a wonderful example. There is a person, Mr. Kartik. He lives in, for example, Floreal. There. Floreal. He lives there. I'm from Pakistan, Mr. Hamzah. I'm from Pakistan, Lahore, Pakistan, right? I am in a business deal, going to finalize with him of 5 million rupees, for example. 5 million rupees. Business deal, for me, it is a big amount, right? I ask one of you, for example, I ask Rakshanda, my student, that you are you are a practitioner there, you are living in Mauritius, you can get information. So I ask Rakshanda that, can you please get me information about Mr. Kartik? It is also assurance engagement. How reliable is that person? Should I trust this person? Should I get engaged with that person in business deal? For example, so she goes, get information from 5 sources, collects information from, comes to me and says that I'm sorry, my office boy was asking for the tea. I'm sorry, Okay, now, so, and convince me that Mr. Hamzah, Kartik, I didn't find anything bad about Mr. Kartik. I didn't find, yes, anything, yes, bad about him. No, you say, oh, okay, you didn't find? But are you sure he is a reliable person? I'm concerned. My big amount of money is at stake. Can you please tell me, should I rely this? Rakshanda says, oh, Mr. Hamzah, give me a few more days. Now, she goes and collects further information. And now collects information in total from 11 sources. She has increased the sample size, got more information from more aspects, performed more work, and now comes to me and says, Mr. Kartik is a credible person. You can do business deal with them. Now you see here what happened basically. This sentence 1 and this second 2. What is the difference between the both? The difference between the both sentences is, what is the difference? Level of assurance. Level. Here, confidence is high. Why? Because they have done more work has been performed. It is just like that. You want to pass your paper? Study hard. More work, more practice, detailed knowledge, high confidence. Similar is here. Here, in this case, this assurance is moderate. Or you can say, okay, low level as well. Sometimes they say low level assurance as compared to the other. Moderate level. Why? Because work is less. Work is less. Or she was unable to confirm. She said information is not available, a few sources available. So I cannot give you high level confidence. In some circumstances, this may be the case. He said, try to get information, but didn't find. So, hence, this is the point. This might be the point. Yes, their information is not available or less available. She tried to confirm, tried to do a lot of work, but information was not available. Evidence was not available. So hence, assurance level is not that. Okay, now. So you see here, in the low level assurance, and this is high level assurance, here report style is positive. Positive wording. Positive wording. Here negative. I didn't find anything bad. So it is the negative style, negative form or style report. So I repeat my words. You can note down. Okay. Come here. I will summarize it here. So types of assurance engagement. One is high level assurance. So more work performed. Evidence, a lot of good quality evidence. Is collected. 1, 2, 3. And reports is positively worded. Or positively formed. And here, lower level assurance. Lesser work or evidence of good quality is not available. Yes, good quality means sometimes judgment is involved. You know, here there is more certainty. Sometimes you get exact information. Sometimes judgment is involved. Judgment is involved. Sometimes about some information, you have to form a judgment, and judgment may be wrong. Uncertainty is there. So report is in negative form. Yes. Now, I will be linking it. Under what? So this is called, this is called reasonable assurance. This is called limited assurance. Now, come to the notes. Okay, example is not given here. I need to write example. Okay. For example, here, report wording. In case of, yes, just 1 minute. It is given by auditor in case of audit of financial statements. In case of audit of financial statements. Audit of financial statements. Now, next. And this is given by auditor in case of review engagements. Review engagements. Yes. What is review? I will talk about that in a few minutes. Students, now, example of report. In our opinion, financial statement of company give true and fair view of company affairs. In our opinion, this is the wording. Positive. Here example. Nothing has come to our attention that causes to believe us that financial statement does not give true and fair view of company affairs. You see, negatively worded report. Students, review engagement. if you have noted it down, I will ask you one question, and I expect a response from you people. The question is, why the report is positively worded in the reasonable assurance, and why confidence is high? Why it is high level assurance, and why it is positively worded? And why it is negatively worded and low level assurance in the case of limited assurance? What is the root cause? Give me answer. My question from you. Tell me, please. Send it to everyone. Rakshanda, wonderful. I appreciate. Send it to everyone. Please. Very well done. Very well done. These two answers I needed. That the difference is because of, number one, level of work done, and second, level of evidence collected or quality. Quality as well. Evidence collected. Wonderful. The level of evidence collected and the level of work performed. This is the backbone, the root cause on which, because of which, the report style is different. Level of assurance is different. Now, next. So let us proceed further. So students, same is the difference between audit and review engagement. Audit of financial statements and review of financial statements. Same is the difference. Same. Or review of environmental report of company. Review of cash flow forecast. The same is the difference. In the audit, level of work is high. Quality of evidence is high. In the case of review, level of work is low. Or quality of evidence is low. Judgment is involved. We cannot be that much sure over there. For example, there is a person, a company asks us, Mr. Hamzah, your auditor, can you report on our ethical aspects, whether we are ethical or not. Now, ethics involve too much judgment. And there might be so many issues. Now, I have to perform work to check this company complies with ethical code or not. Judgments are involved. So what type of assurance is possible there? Limited or reasonable? Tell me. Which evidence is, which type of assurance is possible to be given? In the case, we have to check ethical compliance of a company. Reasonable assurance can be given or limited. Tell me, which type is possible? Limited, exactly, because too much judgment is involved. We cannot be certain. Now, next. Students, let us proceed further. So the difference between review engagement and audit is the amount of work, amount and the quality of evidence collected. If amount of work is less, evidence collected is less, huge judgment is involved, so limited assurance is given. That is called a review engagement. Right? Now, so let us proceed further. Students, I think our chapter number 1 is complete. Right? Now, so chapter number 1 is complete. I will take you to this platform here. Starting from here, internal audit, I have not explained yet because there is full chapter on it. So you can read it yourself if you want to. Chapter number 14, full, we have to study. Okay, now, so assurance engagements, I have explained it in detail. So starting from here, what is assurance? Yes, example is given. Wonderful explanation, you see. Responsible party, there is intended user, practitioners obtain evidence, criteria about subject matter. Yes. Now, yes, audit report, I have not explained yet. Audit report, although we have one full-length chapter on it, but you should have an idea how does it look like. Audit report is like this. You see, audit report to shareholders, reported financial statement, opinion paragraph, basis for opinion paragraph, key audit matters, other information. You just read it. 1.2.3, 2.3, yes, 1.2.3. You just read this report format because this has full-fledged 2.3. Yes. This has a full-fledged, you see here, section. Now, a few terms I will explain. Yes, materiality, I have to explain a bit. Professional judgment, skepticism, I will explain and these terms. Okay. So, yes, this is the full syllabus overview, which I have given to you already in another form. Okay, syllabus. What is full syllabus? Now, audit process. Elements of assurance engagement, types of assurance. Okay, a few terms which I have not explained to you yet. I will explain those terms. Now, to come here, let us talk about materiality a bit. So the concept of materiality. The concept of material, basically why we are going to study this concept. It should also be clear. Basically, a few terms which are used in the audit report, I'm going to explain that. For example, in the audit report, it is like this. In our opinion, financial statements of company give true and fair view of company affairs in all material respects. In all material. Now, I will give you an overall meaning of this statement first. Then I will come and explain materiality. Listen. You go to online, Amazon, and you see the pictures of a product there. Okay, leave it. Another example. You are a huge fan of a person and you're following Instagram of that person, celebrity, might be some actor or actress, right? And so whenever she or he posts picture on Instagram, you give a heart reacts, comments, right? As well. Wonderful. Looking nice, right? You do that. And someday you are actually in a shopping mall, for example, Bagatelle, you are there. And all of a sudden, you are shocked to see the same person is standing in a shop over there and doing some shopping. But you get disappointed to see that person. You say, oh my God, in real, this person is much different from the pictures on Instagram. There is material difference. Material means huge. Big difference. Pictures are photoshopped with filters. So pictures of this person do not give true and fair view of this person. I repeat, pictures of this person do not give true and fair view of this person. In material respects, if there is small difference, say, okay, it's okay. But material disappointment. So similarly, auditor checks the financial statements. Auditor has gone through the company. And after checking financial statement, auditor says, I have seen the company. Now I'm checking the financial statements. Financial statements give true and fair view of the company affairs. What company actually is? Financial statements are showing the same in important aspects, material aspects. This is what is the meaning of this sentence. I'm sure majority of you are able to understand this sentence today, which you are studying from F3. Am I right? Is that clear? Now, so materiality. So material means importance, significance of a matter, information in a particular context. In a particular context. Significant, importance, for example. And this may be amount or nature may be difficult. For example, we say $5 million in the financial statement of Intermart is misstated. $5 million amount. But if we say $5 million, Elon Musk, some people say, oh, I don't know how to pronounce that in any way. He lost $5 million. Peanut for that person. So amount is not material for that company, for him. But this amount is material for Intermart. So materiality importance is always context is important. A person who is earning 10,000 rupees a month, rupees 1,000 is very important for that person. For another, that may not be. Similar is the case with the companies. Similar is the case with the companies. Now, next point. The next point is that amount is important. So materiality by amount. It is materiality by amount. It is also called quantitative materiality. Nature of information is important. For example, company is being sued for money laundering of $100,000. $100,000 is a small amount for a company. For example, company is big. Amount is small, but the nature of information is very significant. So information is material due to nature. Right? So nature of information. So it is qualitative materiality. Now, so materiality. There is another definition you have studied. If information is material if it affects the decision of financial statement user. That stands valid. Information is material if it affects the decision of financial statement user. That is material. That may be quantitative materiality or qualitative. Now, so that's why auditor, why we are discussing materiality? Because the auditor is saying financial statement give true and fair view in all material respects. So auditor has to plan and perform work to detect material misstatements in financial statements. Plan and perform work to detect material misstatements in financial statements. Yes. Now, next. That's why. And you see, and report also is about that. Materiality. Now, there is another term that we study normally, that auditor needs to perform the word material is clear, Rakshanta? Material amount. Remember, materiality we have to study this. Here is just introduction, small. Okay. We have to study in chapter 10 of your in detail. There will be 30-40 minutes lecture on materiality itself. I will tell you that how materiality is decided. You know, material misstatement means that something which is incorrectly recorded in financial statements by the company. Auditor has to check that this thing is not recorded correctly by a company and it is material. Auditor has to detect that. It is the responsibility of auditor. And today, you know, I am just giving you some initial conceptual nuggets, you know that. Detailed, all these are detailed topics, this materiality. So, is that a bit idea you got, Rakshanta? Did you get that? Yes, okay. So, auditor need to perform audit of financial statements with an attitude of professional skepticism. Skepticism in both words. You can call it in any way. What is professional skepticism? Skepticism means that questioning a mind. Critical thinking. Not relying anybody blindly. Blindly. Student, not taking things on face value. Whatever I am coming to me, it doesn't mean that I will consider there is fraud everywhere. No. But I will be alert to the circumstances and conditions that may indicate a misstatement, material misstatement in finance statements. Material misstatement. So I have to stay open. I am checking everything. So information I'm getting, I should not be preoccupied by my emotions, my previous experience, my relationships. Rather, I have to alert, just like a camera. I normally give example. Initially camera, that if an honest person comes in front of a camera doesn't say, okay, I will start, I will not watch this person closely. Camera keep watching. Camera is recording a fraudster in a similar way, the way it is recording an honest person. The initial, but there is some difference. So when auditor is one step ahead, initially auditor keep watching, keep checking the work of like everyone, like camera. But wherever auditor thinks that, finds such suspicious circumstances, some information is being hidden, management is not telling information, some controls are weak, passwords are not being used, for example, record is not being maintained. Now here auditor now closes the focus, zoom in, start checking the things in detail over there. Skepticism. This whole approach is skepticism. Skepticism is not considering everyone fraudster and not relying anybody as well. But where there suspicious circumstances arising, where management is telling us anything, we have not take that on face value. Question that, cross question. Ask them if they justify, well and good. If they do not justify, check in detail further. Where one document, one record, one source contradicts with another. What management is telling and what record is showing contradiction, skepticism alert. I have to check in detail. One evidence is different with the other. Now, so students, there is unusual transaction. For a company is normally it does not rent its building, spare building, but this time they have done it. Skepticism, unusual thing. Now, so this is called skepticism. I hope it is clear. So students, I will further explain it that on what circumstances skepticism is required. Okay, now further initial information is enough what I have given to you. Now the next is true and fair. Two words have been used. Generic meaning I have told you that financial statements are reflecting company's affairs. True and fair means reflecting correctly. So but true has specific meaning. True means that when we say financial statement, give a true view of company. That information given in financial statement is factual, based on facts. Yes. What is actually there, it is reflecting that. It is conforms with laws and regulation. It is given as per laws. When auditor says Financial statement give true view of company affairs. So information is factual and conforms with the laws and regulations. Now, fairness. Fair. Fair means that this information which is given, information presentation, it is information is presented in unbiased way. One thing is the facts may be presented in a way to distort the actual situation. It can be manipulated. It is an art, you know that. And financial statement reflect commercial substance of company balances, company, so you mean company, you have to write full and transactions. I will explain. Commercial substance. Commercial means what is actually happening in the company. What is in fact, what assets are actually present in the use of company. Sometimes, it happens, fraud in the business sector. Assets are in the name of another company and used by some other company to manipulate things. So there is rule that whatever within the use of the company, whatever the actual transactions are happening, sometimes manipulated transactions are happening. Their inventory is with the company still, but in the record there is sale is recorded to increase sales, and after the year-end sale return. So commercially there was no sale. In record there was. So this sale should not be recorded. Commercial substance. So transaction should be recorded based on commercial. What is actual real situation. Not just the cooked situation. Okay, now, so students, I hope it is clear. Is it clear? True and fair is clear to everyone? Tell me, please. To everyone, it is clear? Right. So, students, I will go to your again the study text. I will go to that. Chapter 1 quiz. You can go through quiz from here as well. Chapter 1 ended, or you can go from there as well. Still, let's start it. Here is the quiz. Start. Read it, everyone. Yes. What can be done? So read it and tell me. A, B, C, D. First of all, tell me, is it limited assurance or reasonable assurance? Tell me. It is limited assurance and expressed negatively, of course. D is the answer. Confirm. Now, second, the level of assurance given by an assurance engagement will depend upon type of engagement. Wow. Give me answer, please. A, B, C, D. Read it. Yes. You see, time is also here. 2 marks. You cannot. Yes. Audit is reasonable assurance. 2. Audit is 2. And review limited. 2 and 3. D. Once again, which of the following best describes professional skepticism? Now, wonderful. Tell me. Recently covered. Exactly. C. Next. Who is ultimately responsible for ensuring the annual financial statement of a listed company are prepared? Now, read carefully. Read carefully and tell me the answer. Board of Directors. Remember, secretary has to just doing filing, not prepare. Yes, very easy. Very easy. Next. So here is, for example, here is the answer, right? All are correct. How much time we saw? We can go there to see which answer is correct, which is why it is wrong. If you have selected the wrong answer, you can review it. You can reset it later on as well. Okay, reset the test. You can retake it. Okay, so I will reset it for my upcoming class of batch B. Yes, now it is done. So students, practice has areas: assurance, audit and assurance. These questions are your homework. OT, objective test, 2 questions. Note down. OT case studies are your homework. These 2. We will try, but after preparing this chapter. And now come to the here study questions. These study questions. Chapter 1. Responsibilities of management and external auditor regarding financial statement. 6 marks. So plan and answer. Right? You will write answer here. Okay. I'm not going to write. Very easy. It is management has to apply accounting policies consistently. They have to prepare financial statement as per local laws. They have to present financial statement for better understanding of the shareholder. So you, whatever answer is, you will type here and confirm. Here is the answer. You see magic, and now you can mark your answer here. Management is, preparation of financial statements as per financial reporting framework and laws. Accounting policies are consistent. Estimates are properly recorded. Accounting policies, and they need to maintain accounting record. Yes. Auditors have to form opinion and give audit report. Simple as that. Very easy question it was. That's why I didn't solve it. Okay, this was a very easy question. Right? Now, so students, let us proceed further. The next chapter. The next chapter is regarding external audit regulations. Right. So I will start it today, but I told you I will not be able to wind it up today, most likely. Now, come here. Students, regulation of audits. The first topic, chapter 2. Okay, let me, yes. Chapter 2. So, the first topic is the regulation of audit. Regulation. What is meant by regulation? Yes. Tell me. Anyone? Here, thank you. Regulation means auditor is being directed, monitored, watched over, controlled, guided to act in a certain way, to perform work as per certain rules. Auditor is being directed. And if an auditor does not do that, there may be disciplinary action, penalties, possibility is there. So regulation of audits. Two sources. Now, so students, auditor is regulated and controlled because if auditor is checking the company of work of the financial statement of the company, but who will check auditor? The auditor is performing work properly. There must be someone to ensure auditor is doing his job well. So regulation of audit is done from two sources. Number one, national laws and professional bodies. The second is IFAC. Students, two sources to regulate auditor. So national laws, wherever auditor is in the country, they define eligibility criteria of auditor. What should the education? What is the training? And there might be ethical code. for the profession. There might be. Yes. Possibility is there. And there might be some disciplinary actions against auditor. That if auditor does not work properly, we will take action against that. Government, national law. Possibility is there. Same is the case with the professional bodies. They are actually in some countries, especially in UK, there is concept of recognized supervisory bodies. Recognized supervisory body. For example, in UK, even in your country, ACCA is a recognized body which supervises the professionals. Their members, they are recognized that member of ACCA can do audit. No, ACCA monitor its members. Their CPD, there is education. You are studying, training, ethics, ethical code. There is, yes, there is license, practicing license. There is CPD, continuous professional development requirements. And again, there is disciplinary action as well. There is disciplinary action by the body. So your auditor is being regulated, controlled, monitored. What is IFAC? The other source. IFAC is basically global organization. It has 175 member bodies or organizations like ACCA, ICAW. They are all member of it. And IFAC, it sets the standards to ensure high quality professional accountants. It works for that in the world. Ethical professional accountants. Yes. Students, International Federation of Accountants. International Federation of Accountants. It has 4 sub-bodies. One is IAASB. IAASB. International Audit and Assurance Standards Board. International Audit and Assurance Standards Board. What does it do? Okay, I will explain. Let me write the name of all 4 one by one. The second is IESBA. International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants. Okay, let me explain these 2, then 2 remaining. I'll explain. IAASB, basically these are standard setting bodies. These are standard setting boards of IFAC. These 4, which I'm going to talk about. There are 2. IASB, it issues standard for improve international standards on auditing, ISAs. It issues ISAs, International Standards on Auditing. To ensure, and basically these are guidelines to conduct audit, how to perform audit. Yes, IAASB. Now, next point. So students, it issues other standards as well. I'm not going to talk about that right now. So we are talking about audit only. So IESBA, what does it do? So it issues suggests ethical guidance to accountancy bodies. You know that code of ethics? In the form of codes of ethics, that is part of our syllabus. ACCA Code of Ethics, IFAC Code of Ethics. Basically, that has been issued by IESBA. But it keeps changing, keeps improving, keeps evolving in the changing circumstances. And IESBA does this job. Continually improve, continue to advise the businesses, professionals, accounting professionals especially. Now, next. So 1, 2, and 3. IAESB, International Accounting Education Standards Board. Yes. So what does it do? Yes, provides guidance and facilitates exchange of information across the world. For what purpose? To ensure accountants are adequately trained. Accountants are properly trained, adequately trained. Yes. Education, new knowledge. Now, then is the 4th board of IFAC is IPSASB, International Public Sector Accounting Standard Board. What is public sector? Government organization. Right? Now, student, this board works for what purpose? To works and provides accounting standards for use of government entities. Yes, to produce their financial statements, financial reports. Yes, because they're the government body, they are not commercial. Their financial reports will be different from financial statement of any commercial organization. Yes. Now, okay, now, so students, right now, which we are talking about auditors. Okay? Auditors. So let us summary. So IAASB, International Audit and Assurance Standard Board, pronouncements means what they standards, what they issue. They issue number one, international framework for assurance engagements. Right? Assurance engagements, which has two things. One is called ISA, International Standards on Auditing. I talk about. They issue ISREs, International Standard on Review Engagement. You know, when you perform review engagement, we have studied that. Second pronouncement is International Standard on Quality Controls, ISQCs. What is it? It is also issued by IASB. I will repeat, don't you worry. If you are getting confused, don't you worry. IASB issues this type of standards, and the second type of, there are other standards, 3, 4, 5, 6 as well, by IASB. Now remember, these standards are issued to ensure quality of audit and review engagements. Their quality. Both. They are standards to perform audit, standards to perform audit and review engagement. They are for quality assurance. Is it clear? This is clear, whatever is written here. This one. This page. Is that clear? IASB issues that. Good. Now, next. So students, I think that is enough for today. The first class. So in the next class, I will continue from here. I will complete this chapter. We'll do these questions and I'll proceed with then the next auditor appointment and most likely with the documentation as well. So if there is any question from your side, please let me know. Anyone, any question? Yes. I just want to know about you people. I couldn't do introduction with you at the start because people were joining a bit late. So one by one, please do one thing. Your name, you will do in the alphabetic order, meaning starting with the A. Okay. No, there is no homework. You have to solve OTQs online. That's it. There's no homework, but you have to prepare it. Okay. You have to prepare it yourself. Okay. Now, so yes, one by one, you will tell me which you are working and where you are working, your name, where you are working. And the third thing, is it first time you are studying online with Hamzah Academy or before you have done? Yes, please. Starting with the Ashna. I am all ears to hear from you. So it's your turn to speak. Yes, please unmute your mic and introduce yourself.
Hello everyone, I'm Ashna Rubin. I'm working at Apex Group as an accountant. And this is my second time with Hamzah Academy.
Right. Okay, thank you, Ashna. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Disha. Yes.
Hello everyone, I'm Disha Kaj and I work in the Internal Audit Department of Mauritius Sports Authority. This is my first time with the Hamzah Academy.
Okay, good. So how did you come to know about us? Someone recommended you?
Yeah, a friend recommended me.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So Meenakshi, yes.
Hello, my name is Meenakshi Kudar. I work as an auditor in the Cap Charteris, and this is my second time with Hamzah Academy.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the next is Mir Jane, or I'm sorry, I'm unable to pronounce it. Safina.
Hello everyone, I'm Mirjan Safina. I am an accountant in a department of IBL company in Mauritius. This is my second time with Hamzah Academy. Last time I started but could not complete due to some personal commitments.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Nofal.
Hello everyone, my name is Nofal and I work as a junior accounts officer at Intercontinental Trust Limited. And this is my first time with Hamzah Academy.
Okay, welcome, Nofal. Thank you. Yes. Next, for Fanas or Fanas, I'm sorry. Yes. Can you please?
Hello everyone. I am Fanas Kusani. This is my first time with Hamzah Academy, and I work for the MRA in Mauritius.
Oh, MRA. I have so many students over there. There's so many. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Welcome.
Thank you.
Say my regards to all of them. So
Okay,
many
thank
faces
you.
I can remember. Thank you.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Pravir. Yes.
Hello, my name is Pravir. Good morning. Hope you can hear me well. I work as company secretary and accountant at Apex Financial Services, and this is my first time with Hamzah Academy. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, dear. Yes, Rakshanda.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rakshanda Nazia. I'm an auditor from Deloitte, and it's my first time with Hamzah Academy.
So how did you come to know about us at Deloitte?
In fact, a colleague recommended you for the paper audit.
Right. Okay, thank you. Yes, Shanda is done, and Shilpa. Yes, Shilpa.
Hello, everyone. So I am
Hello.
Shilpa Gudor. So I'm currently working at the Mauritius Commercial Bank, and it is my first time with the Hamzah Academy. And a
And what
friend
about you?
recommended this academy to me.
Okay, thank you. Yes, Sanjana. Yes,
Sorry,
Sanjana, please.
my internet was reloading.
It's okay. It's okay.
I understand your question.
Introduce yourself, your name, where you are working, and yes.
I am Sanjana Duknahain. I'm from Mauritius. I work in a French enterprise called Outremer Telecom, and I work as accounts payables.
Right. So it is your first time with us, or you have studied with our academy before?
First time. I got good reviews, so I really hope to clear the AA paper because it's my third time. Third time.
Really?
Yes.
Really. So it is your first time with us, and hopefully you work the way I guide you on a regular basis, you will pass, right?
Yes, for sure.
Yes, Omar.
Hello, everybody. I'm Omar Jumka and currently working as a senior auditor for BDO & Co. And this is my first time with Hamzah Academy.
At BDO?
BDO Mauritius, yes.
Yeah, BDO. I remember some of my students there. It's long ago. Anyways, so thank you all of you for your trust and joining online class. I know it is a big decision, leaving the physical classes and switching to the online. I know, but that is a burden of trust on me. Okay, I am charged with your duty of trust, and I will try my best to give my full to you people. But remember, it always makes two to clap. Okay, right? So the way I'll be telling you, first of all, the point is being regular in the online class, live class, first thing. Second, students working more, reasonable assurance, performing high level of assurance on every topic you study in the class. Prepare that well, and doing more than work than what I assign. Okay, so, and I hope my direction, my guidance, my way of teaching will contribute, and you will correspond that, okay, with your work. So together we will make it happen in the December 2023 exam, inshallah. God bless you. See you in the next Saturday. Take care. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.